Have you guys talked about strategy, and if so, what is it?
Strategy is to go ahead and try to drive it as far as we can and get to the top in the shortest amount of time.
That's pretty simple.
Yeah. Follow the rules. Try not to tear anything up.
Ready when you are. Your mark. Get set. Go.
Well, somebody screwed this thing together right. A panel of the most experienced experts in America looked at it and gave John's Bronco the thumbs up. Not only did he win the engineering competition, his rear steering capability took top honors in the turning radius contest, and his 430-horse fuel-injected 426 Ford V8 won the acceleration contest. In fact, he finished with a total of 8 top 5 finishes, among the best in the field. But with lots of horsepower, a cool steering system, and absolutely no strategy be enough to win the tank trap? As John heads toward hole 2, he has a brand new target to shoot at. The judges now say that Scott's Raptor at 18 minutes and 42 seconds has set a new high water mark to get all the way through the tank trap, and that's what these guys will shoot at. John is making great time here, but the toll in equipment is, well, it's something to behold. In fact, that is our recorder and our battery pack dangling off the back of his Bronco. And the mud you see, well, that's our camera too. Still at less than 4 minutes and shattering all records in the process, John heads through the canyon and into hole 3. And John gets across the ledges, making remarkable time as he heads toward hole 4. In hole number 5, John gets all the way to the left side. He's stuck in the rut, but that rear steering may help pick him up and out, and that's exactly what he's going to do. He's simply going to drive through this. John powers out of hole number 6. He's in hole 7, still making remarkable time, much, much faster than even the nearest competitor, Scott's Raptor.
Come on, John! Out! 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 In! I'm tired. Yeah.
Wow, photographers all around, a fresh drink of water, and you look like a mess. You know, sometimes having absolutely no strategy or thinking this thing out at all is the best way to go.
It kind of worked, yeah, and then end up using more gas than you think you're going to use, and it was hairy in there a couple of times. Man, this is difficult, but what fun!
What did you find the most difficult part?
Right at the beginning there, we turned it pretty much up We were looking at the sky there for a minute. I didn't know if what was going to happen. Came back down though, and we just kept going.
You look great. The buggy looks great. Everything, the whole truck worked fine for you. And
Yeah,
you did a
it
great
did.
job. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Woo!
Exciting, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And now Tim Desmond will have a crack at what is now the top time of the day. It belongs to John and his Bronco at 7 minutes and 38 seconds. He calls it the Wolf, but everybody at Top Truck has spent the week calling it Tim's Toy. Despite a second place finish in acceleration and 2 more top 5 finishes in braking and the tow test, Tim Desmond has been snake bitten by bad luck several times throughout Top Truck Challenge. Engine problems sidelined him during the mud bog after 2 aborted attempts at a run. His transmission was punctured by a rock during the mini Rubicon, and medical crews were summoned to help his co-driver. And yes, Tim was the high-flying daredevil who caught some serious air in the obstacle course. Held together by JB Weld and duct tape, it'll be interesting to see if Tim has one last miracle up his sleeve.
Oh, that's a win! Go to win. All 502. South very quickly. For one thing, they've already missed
John's Bronco mark of 7 minutes and 38 seconds. In fact, they're about to pass Scott's Raptor mark of over 19 minutes. In addition to that, Tim's co-driver is absolutely exhausted, showing some signs of dehydration as well. Tim has to do some of this work himself.
It's 19 minutes. You have 11 minutes. No problem.
So Tim stays up top. His co-driver will actually drive the rig out of the tank trap.
We know Top Truck Challenge is physically demanding, but Tim, what got you? Was it the heat?
It was the heat. It was trying to winch through every hole. The truck had no power after the first hole. We lost everything, so we were basically at a crawl, no wheel speed. And we winched through pretty well every hole. I drove over Cody, my co-driver's foot. So we got him back in the truck and winched through the next couple holes. Truck was just driving with no power at all, and winched through the next couple holes. And on the last hole here, we dove in, got out. He was done. He had everything. He gave everything for it, and so I yelled at him to get back in the truck and drive. I grabbed the winch cable, ran the winch cable all the way up, hooked it up, and we winched up the rest of the hill. And both of us collapsed in the dirt at the top with the truck. So it was everything we had to get up.
You gonna be all right?
I'm gonna be fine. Yeah, it was great.
Way to go. That's you didn't make that one on horsepower. You made it on guts.
It was on everything we had. So thanks a lot.
You know, I didn't think this guy was going to make it at all. Jerry Cantrell, what on earth are you think you're doing? You got two wheels, man.
Just the rear. Oh man, broke the front output on the transfer case. Blew up the rear ring and pinion. Got the rear ring and pinion fixed. We'll see how far we can go. It's a point. Try to get as much points as we can now.
Well, undoubtedly, you guys have discussed some strategy. What is it, especially from your perspective?
Winch.
Jerry's Jeep has seen its share of both highs and lows throughout Top Truck Challenge. In spite of top 3 finishes in both the Mud Bog and the Mini Rubicon, his performance fell off seriously on the frame twister, hill climb, and the obstacle course, whereas CJ3A suffered such serious damage that he was a question mark at the tank trap. Well, he's here in time to give it a try, but with only 2 wheels spinning, Jerry Cantrell has to feel like a man who's brought a knife to a gunfight.
I know that you didn't expect this to be easy, but was it even tougher than you thought?
Yeah, we barely made it to the top of the crest going into the second hole, and it was winch after winch after winch. 2-wheel drive, you cannot do this.
Now, why did you choose that point to stop? Was it simply as far as you could go?
We knew that the Toyota had gone, they were in the first hole, just getting out of this first hole. We knew we had to go further than them for points, so we decided, we knew we were at that point, we couldn't gain really any more points, so might as well call it quits there.
On your mark, get set, go!
He swapped a chainsaw for it. No, we're not kidding. Abba Ramirez actually traded a chainsaw for this 78 International Scout. Big tires and a gutsy stomp of the pedal culminated in a 3rd place finish in the tow test, but the other events were less kind, resulting in only one other top 5 finish. Now, if there was a prize for the best sounding engine, it would certainly be awarded to the sweet rhythm of the screaming 10-to-1 454 Chevy that sits under his hood. There's none, but either way, it's better than a chainsaw. And Abba takes the big gulp. It's hole number 1 of the tank trap.
unfortunately, what's happened here, ABBA's limited to front-wheel drive only due to the fact that the rear pumpkin spun.
Yeah, straight. Time. Okay, that's it. Take a break.
Hey, Dan.
Good job, though. Good job. Nice try.
ProComp Tire combined